That's how Governor Reynolds describes her plan to use taxpayer money to help some Iowans pay private school tuition. And it is really on the fast track at the State House. Both the Republican-controlled House and Senate could vote on a bill as soon as Monday.
KCCI chief political reporter Amanda Rooker had a one-on-one interview with Governor Reynolds today to ask her about the plan. It's an interview you will only see here on KCCI. Amanda.
Stacy, Steve, this is the governor's third attempt to try to pass her plan that would use taxpayer money to help some Iowans pay private school tuition. But this proposal is much more expansive than the ones she tried to pass the last two sessions. There are no income requirements on how much a family has to make once this plan is fully phased in. And there's also no limit on how many private school scholarships the state would fund. We sat down with Governor Reynolds to ask her why she made those changes and why she's so passionate about getting this plan passed. There's no income requirements once this plan is fully phased in. Right. Why make that change?
Because I think we made that decision a long time ago. Years ago, we decided that we were going to fund public education regardless of income means. So I think it's basically the status quo. The other part of that is if we take a look, oftentimes we talk about the cliff when it comes to daycare. Sometimes that can be really restrictive on parents advancing or trying to take a promotion, because then it kicks them up a little bit with their income and throws them out of their ability to get help with childcare. And I don't want to create that similar type of system. And if you have a child that you believe can be better or excel in a different environment, then as a parent you should be able to have that choice. And it shouldn't just be for those that have the resources to do it. That's just not right.
Why create a program to help that student get that need met elsewhere instead of spending money to solve that need in the public school system?
It's an option. It's all about options. It's competition. It's a good thing. Those options already exist. It's just not everybody has the opportunity to take advantage of that, especially if they don't have the resources to do it. And I think that's fundamentally wrong.